So one thing we have to pay attention to is who we are getting our fat loss advice from. My name is Akil Sherman, and I help busy professionals between the ages of 35 and 55 get better results from their exercise regimen and nutrition by showing them how to develop better habits as they strive for fat loss. So, listen, there are a lot of people out here who have never struggled with body fat because we have different body types. There are three main body types and two subtypes. So, ectomorph are the folks who are naturally slim, they can eat whatever, and they don't gain weight. Then we have mesomorphs who have a natural broad shoulder, small waist body type. And in women, we think about the hourglass figure. In men, the traditional thought was like wide receivers on a football team. You know, they just look like an action figure. And then you have myself, who are endomorphs, the folks that we can look at starch and gain 10 pounds, and we have a difficult time getting it off. So within the fitness industry, the bulk of the people who look good, who have the definition and look really fit, they are ecto and mesomorphs. And they have never struggled with body fat, but they're telling endomorphs, hey, do these things and you'll get success. The problem with that is a lot of them are telling you incorrect information. They're telling you stuff from, that they've read on the internet, that they may have even studied. But here's the thing. There are elements to fat loss that you only understand by losing fat yourself. A great example of that is if you have a belly, love handles, and back fat, what people who have never struggled with body fat can't tell you is that when you're looking in the mirror, everything you're looking at is not body fat. Some of what you're looking at is weak, unconditioned, untrained muscle. And so it too appears soft. So as we are striving to lose body fat, a lot of times we think that, man, there isn't any transformation happening. But the reality is it's a combination of needing to explore new exercises, tune in to better form and technique, because as you get lean, your form has to improve because your musculature needs to be challenged further in order to be strengthened, which then in turn becomes firmer, harder, and more visible as you lose body fat. But if I've never lost body fat, I can't tell you that because I haven't experienced it. So I don't know what to look for and I don't know how to coach you on that. So I'm not saying these people are out to get anyone, but I'm just saying that they just don't know what it's like. It's just literally the definition of ignorance, of not knowing. And so it's a problem if you are an endomorph or endomesomorph who is struggling with body fat and you're listening to folks and you're feeling like, man, I'm doing what they're saying, but I'm not seeing results. Let me say, I've done that. Earlier in my career as a trainer, when I was striving to get lean and get more muscular definition, which has been my goal my entire adult life, I was definitely listening to folks who didn't know what it was like. And because of that, I wasn't doing the right things. Because as an endomorph, there are specific ways that you want to train, and there are foods you want to avoid. When it comes to training and how your workout regimen is structured, you really do want to focus on more of a circuit training approach where you're doing a succession of 2 to 4 exercises in a row before taking a break, as opposed to doing a set of 10, then taking a break, doing a set of 10, then taking a break. You would like to do a set, and then take a break. And yes, this is more difficult. It is more strenuous, but that is what will elicit fat loss during a workout because your heart rate has been elevated and your rate of breathing have been elevated. And those two things need to happen in order for the body to use fat as fuel. So it's important that you pay attention to who you are taking advice from. Like as you scroll through somebody's profile and you're looking at their pictures and you can't find where they were ever overweight. And if they're just naturally slim individuals, like you could tell, like if they have narrow shoulders, a smaller build, um, and I mean, you can just tell from a lot. I shouldn't say it like that. A lot of times you can tell based on their structure. If you're a novice to observing body types, you may not know what to look for. But if you see someone, like I said, broad shoulders, small waistline, ripped abs, or, a really small waistline and broad shoulders, V taper, generally, a lot of times they're going to be a mesomorph. And, you are listening to folks who don't know what your struggle is like. So what I would advise is do your research on looking through their profile, or try to follow or listen to people who have a similar body type as yours. Because a lot of times, like I said, people are listening to people who don't know what their life is like. They don't know that they don't have the experience that you have gone through if your goal is fat loss. So hope that makes sense. Please subscribe to the channel. I would love to get your feedback below and like the video. All right. But in the interim, have a great time. Have a great week, I should say. And I'll talk to you next time.